It's time for Breaking Chains with the RottenApples, where we will have open dialogue with our youth on issues of personal, family, and more. It's Breaking Chains with the youth on YAT Radio. It's time for Breaking Chains with the RottenApples, where we will have open dialogue with our youth on issues of personal, family, and more. It's Breaking Chains with the youth on YAT Radio. It's time for Breaking Chains with the RottenApples, where we will have open dialogue with our youth on issues of personal, family, and more. It's Breaking Chains with the youth on YAT Radio.
I could play the background. I could play the background. 'Cause I know sometimes I get in the way. So won't you take the lead? So won't you take the lead? And I could play the background. And you could take the it's evident you run the show, so let me back down. You take the leading role, and I play the background. I know I miss my cues, know I forget my lines. I'm sticking to your script, and I'm reading all your signs. I don't need my name in lights, I don't need a star on the road. And why gain the whole wide world if I'm just gonna lose my soul? And my ways ain't pure if I don't live according to your word. I can't endure this life without your wisdom being heard. So word to every dancer for a pop star, 'cause we all play the background, but mine's a rock star. Yeah, so if you need me, I'll be stage right. Praying the whole world will start embracing stage fright. So let me fall back and stop giving my suggestions, 'cause when I follow my obsessions, I end up confessing that I'm not that impressive. Matter of fact, I'm who I are, a trail of stardust leading to the superstar. Yeah, I could play the background. I could play the background. 'Cause I know sometimes I get in the way. So won't you take the lead? So won't you take the lead? And I could play the background. And you could take the yeah. I had a dream that I was captain of my soul. I was master of my fate, lost control and then I sank. So I don't wanna take the lead, 'cause I'm prone to make mistakes. All these folks who follow me gon' end up in the wrong place. So just let me shadow you, and just let me trace your lines. Matter of fact, just take my pen, here you create my rhymes. 'Cause if I do this by myself, I'm scared that I'll succeed, and no longer trust in you, 'cause I only trust in me. And see, that's how you end up headed to destruction, paving the road to nowhere, pour your life out for nothing. You pull my card, I'm bluffing, you know what's in my hand. Me, I just roll and trust you, you cause the dice to land. I'm in control of nothing, follow you at any cost. And some call it sovereign will, all I know is you the boss. And man, I'm so at ease, I'm so content. I play the background like it's an instrument. I could play the background. I could play the background. 'Cause I know sometimes I get in the way. So won't you take the lead? So won't you take the lead? And I could play the background. And you could take the I know I'm safest when I'm in your will and trust your word. And I know I'm dangerous when I trust myself, my vision blurred. And I ain't got no time to play like foolish games. Got plenty aims, but do they really glorify your name? And it's a shame the way I wanna do these things for you. Yeah, don't even cling to you, take time to sit and glean from you. And it seems that you are patient in my ignorance. If ignorance is bliss, it's 'cause she never heard of this. I could play the background.
So here we go. I think I'm on the air now. I don't think I was on the air. So can everybody hear me now? You can hear me now? Ain't that what the commercial say? Can you hear me now? All right. I'd like to say good evening to Deacon Brown. He's out there listening in the radio world, and he's praying for us as we go through. Deacon, we got some technical difficulties we definitely need to work out, I tell you. So we're going to work around the room and everybody introduce themselves. I think I got enough here. So let me start. How you doing?
Hi.
What's your name?
Gabrielle Scott.
How you doing? Welcome to the Young Adults Talk podcast, and want you to tell everybody what school you go to and tell everybody your age and what are you interested in talking about tonight?
I go to Clark Shaw Magnet School, and I'm 13 years old, and I like to talk about bullying.
Bullying? All right, that's going to be a great topic tonight, and we're going to be talking about that. Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Good.
So what's your name?
I'm Lauren Noble.
What school you go to?
Sterling High School.
Oh, what grade are you in?
I'm going to the 11th.
11th grade, okay. So what do you want to talk about tonight?
Self-confidence.
Ooh, real good topics tonight. Okay. Next, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
So what's your name?
My name is Fanice Reed.
How you doing, Fanice Reed? What school you go to?
I go to Davidson High School.
What grade are you in?
I'm also going to be a junior this year.
Oh, that's pretty good. So what do you want to talk about tonight?
Profiling.
Profile. Wow, I'm coming back to you about that one there. Said profile. That's pretty good. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good.
Good, man. So what's your name?
Kevin White.
All right, Kevin. What do you want to talk about tonight, man?
The importance of a father in the home.
Wow, that's a good one. Are you in school?
Yes.
What school you go to?
University of South Alabama.
College students in the house. Love it. Love it. What's your name, man?
Ricardo Pogue.
How you doing, man?
Good.
South Alabama?
I'm at Bishop State.
Bishop State. What are you taking up?
Electronics engineering.
Man, you need to be over here hooking all this up for me there. Get rid of these technical difficulties. You know, I forgot to ask you, man, what are you taking up? Oh, you need to come right here. And let's figure this thing out together. I'm telling you, I like that. I like that. Go ahead.
A business idea I had.
Okay. Okay. We definitely gonna let you talk about it there. We got 2 hours to talk to everybody tonight. So we got some electrical engineers that y'all hear that out there. We gonna get these technical difficulties fixed. Next. How you doing? Good. I don't hear you. I still don't hear you. Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? So what's your name? Okay. So what school do you go to?
Gilliard Elementary.
Gilliard Elementary.
Yes.
Okay. What grade?
4th grade. Drugs. Hello. My name is Joy Thomas. I am going to be homeschooled this year. I am in the 7th grade, and I wanted to talk about self-control.
Self-control. Self-control with us tonight. We know who this is, everybody. Good evening, Dr. Bell. Wow. Self-abuse. That's deep. Next. Give me one. Somebody give me one.
My name is Camille Thomas, and I'll be talking about Bible stories.
Bible stories. You teaching us tonight?
Yes, probably.
Probably. Yeah, you will. We're going to give you that moment. What school you go to, man?
Howard Elementary School.
What grade are you in?
4th.
4th grade?
Well, I'm going to the 4th now.
So let me see, you the youngest in the room, aren't you? Yeah, she is. Chris, you the youngest? Oh, we got two other young ones in here tonight. Well, welcome. Good. We coming back to them Bible stories, man. Next. What grade are you in? Oh, big time senior. So what are you doing when you graduate, man? Wow, really? I've never met an astronomer. It's good for the So what do you want to talk about tonight? That's a good topic. Next. So what are we talking about tonight, Josh? You don't remember? He don't remember, y'all. Look at that.
Environmental violence.
Violence against the environment.
Yeah.
Interesting. We're gonna definitely be listening out for that. How you doing, sir?
Fine.
Good, man. How you doing? You a high school graduate?
Yes,
you just graduated.
Yes.
So what are you taking out?
Mathematics and computer science.
Wow, man. Well, y'all got them headache classes, boy. It made my head hurt. Well, that's good, man. You just graduated. So where are you going to school?
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure yet.
Still figuring it out. Huh? Okay. Well, we have got a couple of my coworkers here from my other job, it's a radio station. Y'all want to say something? Y'all saying something, or y'all can chime in. It's all right, Y'all ain't that old, you can't chime in.
Hello. My name is Tandarius Rothschild. I go to the University of South Alabama, and as far as what I want to talk about, we talk about if music, how does music mention? Does music cause people out?
Yes. I just wanted to answer that. It's like you was asking the question. Yes, it does. Kennard, you chiming in tonight, or you just relaxing? Okay, Kennard's got the same thing. So we'd like to welcome everybody to Breaking Chains Young Adults Talk. This is the Rotten Apple Night, and we are here with our young people, and we will be chiming in on our topics. So our first topic that we're going to jump in tonight, and we're going to turn to the person here back to my left, and we're going to start with your first topic, young lady. So start your topic off. Let's get the show started.
Bullying actually affects people that has been a victim and actually who's being a bystander. And the bystander they're afraid to say something because they might get bullied after they tell an adult or something.
So, have you been bullied before?
No, I actually have not.
You see a lot of bullying going on. So, do you all see a lot of bullying going on in school?
Yes.
You have been bullied before? So what happened with that?
Well, I don't remember, but I do know that every time somebody bullies me, I go to the that's the right thing.
Yes, it is. So how do you feel about that, since you being so young and getting bullied? Feel pretty bad? Well, after tonight, we hope that we'll make you feel pretty good about yourself. And we're going to do something to help that bullying out and get that to stop at your school with you, okay? All right. So coming back to you here, if you don't mind. How do you think that we can help to stop bullying?
We can stop bullying by stopping the person that's bullying other people because they might have a troubling life, or they feel to take their anger out on someone else, and that's not very, very good. But to stop bullying, you actually have to start with the person that's starting the bullying.
Okay. So do you think that bullying has always been a problem in schools, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that bullying is a remedy to stopping bullying?
So what I've basically encountered with bullying, I see a lot of bullying going on within my school. confront that person who was being bullied and ask them, like, how do they feel about it. I try to make them feel better because I know, like, bullying, if you're being bullied to yourself, it's not always your fault. It's also not always the bully's fault that they're bullying that person. They might have low self-esteem or something like going on in their household that is making them feel bad.
Okay. Somebody else wanted to respond. Okay. Go ahead.
You can stop bullying by being friends with the person that's getting bullied and try to get a bully.
Okay. Somebody else? I saw plenty of hands going. Go ahead.
To be honest, the way I think we should stop bullying is to pray for the person that's being bullied, but also pray for the bully themselves, because we don't know what they're going through in life. So the best we can do is pray for them and hope they can be set on the right path.
I like that. Because prayer does change things. Yeah, we should pray in all situations. Anybody else want to comment about the bullying? So no one's in here being bullied, correct? But one. Yeah. That's it? Nobody else being bullied?
I don't let people bully me.
Okay. So, all right. Let me make a comment on bullying. Any of my older people want to make a comment about the bullying to our young people? How would y'all handle the bullying? How would you handle it, man? I don't think nobody will bully you, but, you know, I wouldn't bully you.
Believe it or not, I actually was bullied when I was younger.
Wow.
I dealt with that a little bit differently than how they say we should handle it. But I definitely know after that I was doing it again. Basically, maybe everyone needs a little bit of substance. At some age. I don't know how it is. I've always seen how it was like, the girls was like really different. When they take care of bullying, guys just fight them. You kind of let them fight. I know that don't sound, but that's just what I work best, because after I say I go off real talk. It's really weird. Even I say that. But that's just what I do.
You say just let them fight?
Yeah, you don't want the guys to fight. I don't know what.
The girls seem to be worse than the guys these days. You see a lot of girl fights on. Listen, here's something. I got to put this out there because you see a lot of fighting on Facebook, but majority of the time today, mostly female videos of them fighting. And here's the downside to all of it. Is the most negative thing I've ever seen in my life is that we grab our phones and start videoing before we break it up or before we grab an adult, before we do any intervening in the situation, period. We're going to video it and make sure that I got this video, she got beat, any of that stuff. So I think that society has, and this is one of the other topics, society has pushed us to a point where we don't care about each other no more. That, and they talked about it last week. A couple of the young ladies were bringing it up that there's not a lot of love being spread around, and being men, we don't show love, and we don't say we love other brothers because we think it's something. As Fred Sanford used to do. Anybody like Sanford's son? Y'all know what Fred used to do his hand be like. They can't see us out here, but it was always something about that happens with men showing some type of emotions. We're supposed to be like emotionless. We're not supposed to have feelings about nothing. And I'm here to tell you tonight that if I can come over and hit you right now and you feel that, I'm guaranteeing you got feelings. If you cry, you got emotions. Let me tell you something else. If you get a feeling from a pit and you cry, you got a heart. If you care about somebody in your family or somebody, a friend of yours, your heart has love in it. So what you have to do is tap into the love that's inside of your heart and tap into your heart that controls your whole being. Without your heart, there's no one of us can live. We can't live without our heart. You see people that are put on life support that have no brain function, but their heart is still pumping. So that means that you still have some feelings and emotions going on in your life right now as we sit here. So as far as bullying is concerned, the best thing that I can give anybody out there listening and anybody in this room, if you're experiencing anything such as bullying, tell your parents, report it to an adult, and handle it. And if the adult at the schools do not fix it, you definitely bring it home regardless. Let your mamas and daddies handle it. Because one thing about it today, young people today want to handle everything on their own. And you don't know how to handle every situation that comes your way because you are not an adult. And guess what? Most of us adults don't know how to handle every situation that comes our way. Most adults not going to even tell you that because they got too much pride to admit certain things like that. But I'm sitting here, the reason why I'm sitting on this side is because I'm transparent. I don't mind talking about it. I don't mind telling you, yes, I cry. Yes, I get upset. Yes, I get angry. However, the scripture teaches me that it's okay for me to get angry, but it tells me not to sin in my anger. So I can carry that and go home and pray about it because scripture tells me not to let the sun go down on your wrath. So that person that upsets you, makes you mad and bullies you, and you tell the teacher and tell your mother, you know what I want you to do? I want you to pray for that person, okay? Because you're the one in the room that's experiencing that. The people on the other side don't see who you are, but we see you. And we're going to be standing in your corner to make sure that that doesn't happen to you no more. You have another idea how to handle a bully? How?
Well, you can try to communicate to the bully and see what he's going through, and try to be friends with him, try to make him stop bullying.
Well, I guess the unfortunate thing that's a good tactic, but if he's already bullying you, he don't want to be your friend. He ain't trying to be your friend. So you got to let the adults handle the situation, okay? Okay. And guess what? That's a good valid point, but guess what? It's a lot of adults like that too. It's a lot of adults that hate on others because of what they got. I drive a dune buggy, but that person may drive a Mercedes, and I ain't mad at him. It's all right with me because you know what? God got for you what he got for you. So none of that stuff matters. So what people are dealing with because what you got or what they ain't got, none of that stuff is important because material things don't matter for real. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get to that. You go ahead, Josh. What you got?
So one reason people get bullied is because the person who's doing the bullying is like have their own problems in their life, so they bully other people.
I agree. They're going through something. So here's another part of bullying that Reverend Kennedy just brought up, and it's about the worst kind of bullying out there, cyberbullying. It's about cyberbullying, right? Listen, it's amazing how people get bullied over the internet. You know, they get bullied over the internet, and they go through things. They go through things in life, and they get very technical. And here's something unfortunate, that there have been young people killing themselves because of cyberbullying, because they were bullied. You know what I'm saying? No matter whether it is Snapchat, no matter if it's Facebook, no matter what it is, any kind of social media, that's how you get cyberbullied, through social media. Yeah. I agree. They don't. Sometimes they don't understand what it is that they're dealing with. So we have to. Here's something else, y'all. Here's a valid point. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me through these things? maybe this thing is finally looking at it. Now, all that. So we just going to keep it right here in the center of this table, because this piece of thing here, boy, y'all must maybe throw it out the window. Listen, here's something right here. Cyber bullying. Anybody get cyber bullying? Who got it? Go ahead. Just talk. Well, that's a good thing. So, has it stopped? Okay. All right. So, anybody else got something to say about bullying? Yes, sir. Just talk. We hear you.
You can say the messages that the bully sends you and tell an adult so they can track down that bully.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's one thing about y'all in here tonight, even last Friday, the younger generation, I applaud you because, listen, it's Friday evening. You could be anywhere else but up in here. You know, you could be doing anything else but sitting in here having a conversation about you. But this conversation is about you. This radio show is about you. I just happen to be just the host to talk to you and just to bring the issues out because it's not about me. You being here tonight makes it about you, but it gives, and here's the most important part. It gives God glory. It pleases Him to see us come together like this to talk. Because from what I gather as being an adult and seeing, listen, I'm a counselor. So I lived in Atlanta, and I had to do a lot of counseling with young people. And from gang members to kids being bullied to everything that's on this paper you want to talk about, I've been involved in it. And one important thing is that y'all really just need somebody to listen to you. And I'm not saying that your parents don't. Okay, let's get that understood. But someone outside of your home that don't know you, that can give you a different perspective on things and have, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that I can tell you about you and me, we don't know each other like that, but that I care about you and I love you, and I'm here to do whatever I can to assist you. And that's what we're going to do every Friday. We're going to come together and have some fun, and we're going to talk about these things, and we're going to make it happen. So, here's the next thing. Here's the next one. Yes, sir.
Well, my topic.
And even other children of other races have the same problem. So I feel like, to me, social media tells us, oh, short hair is the best hair, skinny is this, big is not. But now you see, there's people
we talk about natural hair. Well, I can't grab no hair. You know, when we talk about natural hair, you know, look at this hair. You know, look at your hair. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. Think about that. So when you hear all that and you see that, and then we get to where we are today. Listen, we come from kings and queens. We come from. I don't know. Everybody know that. Everybody know that, right? Because we had a church program on youth day, and our message was royalty coming out of Second Peter about being a part of the royal priesthood, and we are chosen people, royal priesthood. We got that in our blood. And the thing about it is that is our physical DNA. Okay, we come from the king and queen, right? We got this physical DNA of being royalty, right? So, but when you really, can I ask a question first? I need to ask a question if I need that lady right here. What conversation y'all going in? We join this conversation for a minute. Y'all got something interesting going on, so let's put it right here. What y'all got going on? Basically, it's always that. It's all right. Y'all want to sing? Just sing low. We can have it in the background. It's all right. You remember that song we just played? We can play the background. It's all right. Play the background. Y'all can sing. So, let's get back to that. Do you feel that you were king? Did you feel you were king? Did you feel that y'all were king? King? In other words, y'all are like young prince. Y'all are the young prince. Right? So, in other words, here's my point in saying that. If we are royalty, why do we act and look as though we are the best? They say kids are wrong. Why has our generation of people lost touch with their history? Where's your history go? Why has society dictated to you who you are?
It's time for white people. I heard anybody. Because if you look in Egypt, their boat, the little big thing, whatever they call it, it was like every. But they got their noses blown.
You got their noses blown off.
They put noses on them.
Of what?
What is it? They blew the nose off of them.
So, okay, so you say that we are Egyptian?
No, I'm saying.
I just want you to be specific what you said.
I think he's trying to say people believe that Egyptians were African learned, like they have learned in and think that, society or something like you're going to say, they American like knows what it is. And so they can be doing them trying to say, Egyptians were smart, they, created math and strong and things like that. So that would be a way of trying to say black people it should be good. I think that's what it's created. Well, we are.
show them what lannisters are, what we do to our essence. Take stupid cast our secret hours and become can. This is the person I need to be here for you. It'll be a trial by combat.
Red Raven Central.
Red Raven Central.
No use again. Well, I saw you on board. Really smart. To climb the castle walls. Right, his mother. Who are you?
What I'm saying is that we won't push you to. What I'm saying is that since you have not put it all together yet, I don't want you to put it out there so nobody can take it from you. That's what I'm saying. So that'll be something we'll discuss off the mic. What you want to share, it's fine. But we won't let you share everything. You know, that'll be simple. You can have this idea and it was still in the room.
Let's go. Children.
If everybody get this one, one thing I got two women up. Acknowledge Derek Brown, who is online with us, and he just texted me, and I have to give y'all his prayer because he just sent y'all prayer. If you don't mind, I would like to read his prayer here from our deacon. We gather. We thank you for your presence. Strengthen us. We thank you for giving us the right stand. Now, Father, we have empowered us to go out, minister, open doors, close doors, to give us the right words to say, award us the in ground. We glorify you for the things that you do. In the name of Jesus. Amen. You said, bless all of it. We love you, Nick. So, go ahead.
All right.
How many days might you read?
A week at best.
How many ships will I need to bring my telescope to Westeros?
The Fraki and all the losses. Solid, second son. 1,000 ships, easily. Probably more.
And who has that money?
Nobody.
Nobody left.
We ride from Marine, and after that, we sail for Westeros.
Yes, sir.
What that?
I wanted to get back on the
what is mine?
Mad Dragon, and we all do it because we someone else do it.
What was I named?
We are all kings and queens, right? But that is the leader. When we said and we walk around thinking it looks cool, we're actually being a follower. In order to be a true king, you need to be a leader and lead by example. Yeah, sure. All right, man. A true leader. Does the leader follow the examples of someone who is doing something wrong, or do they correct them and lead by example? The truth, you don't need to be a true man just by sagging or trying to look cool. You can do the right thing for other people. Most people think men are supposed to be emotionless, hard as a rock. But we all have feelings too. And we got to show it because we are only human after all. But we are also leaders and royalty. So as leaders and as royalty, we need to guide people into the right direction. But we also need guidance as well. And
You're listening to Breaking Chains with the Rotten Apples on YAT Radio.
Have pity on our soul. Spread your grace around my family, Lord. Lead us all home. Lord, help me as I struggle with this life. Gently grab our hands, oh Lord, and lead us into Christ. Lord, help me as I struggle with this life. I say, Lord, help me.
Dear Father, I'm falling to my knees. You told me you would help me with anything I need. I'm calling on you right now, but it's not for me. I'm praying for my people, Lord, please set them free. Cause these days are evil and we dying young. They say it's like a jungle coming where I'm from, but you already know that. I ain't have to pray that. Hold up, give me a second. I'ma be right back, Lord. Please think about my brother while he out there at night. Please keep my brother. Please keep my cousins. Lord, do this for your son. I can't lose another one to the gun.
Lord, oh please, have pity on our soul.
Have pity on them, Jesus.
Let your grace divine my family, Lord.
Lord, put your grace on them.
Lead us all home.
Lead them to the cross.
Lord, help me.
Please, Lord.
I struggle with this life.
I struggle with this life.
Gently grab our hands, oh Lord, and lead us into Christ.
Dear Father, I'm falling to my knees for the second time today, Lord, but this time for me. You told me you would help, Lord, with anything I need. There's some things I need you to help me see. Cause sometimes it hurt, Lord, and sometimes I cry. I see people's lives change, but my dirt is steady dying. I go and preach the gospel, Lord, and people getting saved, but my dogs, they just end up in the grave. Lord, help me. I prayed 100 times, Lord, you would save Sean. Now I'm standing over my dirty and he gone. Please forgive me, Father, if my question to you wrong. But you told me I could come to you if someone's wrong. Oh, Lord.
Oh, please, have pity on our soul.
Have pity on them, Jesus.
Put the grace divine my family, Lord.
Put your grace on them, Lord.
Lead them all. Lord, help me.
Help me, Lord.
As I struggle with this life. Gently grab our hands, oh Lord, and lead us into Christ.
Dear Father, I'm falling to my knees just to thank you, Lord, for what you done for me. I never could repay you, Lord, for what you done for me. You know everything about me, but you still love me. They say where I'm from, the good die young. But now, when I die, I know I'm good cause of the sun. Let your grace be the way to my hood, to my sons. Let your boy be a light to your king, then it comes. Jesus hung on that cross, but the third day he rise. He walked out that grave with all power, he alive. Cause of that, I am free, me your boy, I'm alive. Thank you, Lord. I was lost, I was blind. Oh, Lord.
Oh, please, have pity on our soul.
Have pity on me, Lord.
Spread the grace around my family.
I know I'm trusting like I They thought they was gonna kill me with all that hate. Let them horns blow, baby. You can hate me all you want to, cuz it's only gonna make me stronger. I don't think they hear me, dog. You can't stop this, dog. You can't stop this. It's God's plan. And I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm free now. I'm ready. I got my mind right. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And I got my war clothes on, boy. I'm ready. I'm ready. And I'm ready for war. They put a hit out on your boy and they left me for dead. Blood in my eyes. Thorns on my head. Only thing that I can hear is what my Savior said. While I'm in my own blood and I can't feel my legs, but I'ma live, I will not die. Got up off the ground and I wiped that blood up out my eyes. Got my mind right, got my grind right, stood up, now it's time to ride. Been resurrected, I am alive. Blood drip, headed for war, fire in my eyes. Ready for war, no turning back. I got my dogs with me, 300 of us. Young Leonidas, take on the whole city. We don't retreat, we do not quit. We are not the same, to live and die for the truth. Let's be plain, this is why I came. And if I were you, then dog, I'd probably hate me too. But the power that's I come in is too big for you. To stop, so stop it, boy, before you go too far. My mind right, the time right, boy, and I'm ready for war. Head to the sky, my war goes on, and I'm gonna ride till they call me home. Yeah. If I should die before too long, put me on my shield and carry me home. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I told him, boy. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I told him, boy. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I told him, boy. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm ready for war.
All right, welcome back to Breaking Chains with Young Adults Talk. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Okay, good. And we're in the studio. I call them. I'm not gonna say we. I call them the RottenApples. Why? It's because our youth are considered an endangered species. They're considered bad people. But you know what? They may be rotten to you, but they are definitely the apple in God's eye, and we're excited to have them. And I call them the RottenApples. Welcome back to Young Adults Talk. And we got a lot of topics going on. We got a lot of young people. Good evening, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good.
All right, how y'all doing tonight? Good. Okay. We've been talking about bullying. We talked about cyberbullying. We had a great understanding now. Young people knowing where they came from as being royalty. But now we go into our next topic, which is called racial profiling. We're going to turn it over to the young lady that wants to talk about that. To get the thing going, let's get the thing going.
Okay, with racial profiling, it happens a lot in today's society. With almost everybody. You have Caucasian people who like to profile black people. If you see a black person that looks like he's a gangster or whatnot, you don't think that he can do anything or he's not better than anybody else. And then it's also within the black community who profile each other, such as, say, we're in the car and we see somebody who looks like they might attack us. We'll be quick to lock the door. But we don't know. They could be the smartest person in the room, but you wouldn't even know because you just profiled just because of their skin color or how they dress, and sometimes it's because of how they act. But I think that this is a good topic to talk about because in our schools we're profiled all the time, and we're profiled in our everyday life.
Wow, you say in the schools?
Yes, sir.
And how in the school are you profiled?
Because not everyone thinks that as an African American, they don't always think that we can accomplish much. Not everybody thinks that we're book smart. Not everybody thinks that we can go somewhere or be somebody. And they try to stop us. They try to put stumbling blocks in our way. But we just prove to them that we are stronger. Even though we have to fight to get where we are today, we have to work harder than them to get to where we are. And I think it just helps us when they put stumbling blocks in our way because it just shows them that we're not going to give up.
Do that again.
Yeah. We got some engineers in here, so I was just engineers in that one. Well, I think what is happening is because their phones are not muted. Everybody's phone is open, so we might hear you with the echo in the room. So everybody go. Okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, exactly. So I'm wondering why it's not, interacting like that. So yeah, we should have technical difficulties with everybody. So y'all out there, out there, pray for us. We're working while we're doing this radio show. So here we go. Let's get back into the racial profile. So you were saying that the racial profile not only goes on in the streets, but it's going on in the schools as well.
Yes, sir.
Because maybe this kid here may not be as smart as that child. And do you think that by, I'm going to say what y'all told me to say, the Caucasian teachers are being hard on the African American students?
Yes. I don't think it's everyone, but you can say it's a pretty good bunch of them that are hard on them.
So, do you believe the thing that is being put out here from the pipeline of schools to prison? You believe that? That because the facts are is that you are profiled for what, 3rd grade on? You start being profiled at the 3rd grade to see what your educational level is and what your educational level is going to be, and that's based on whether or not they're going to build a prison to house you in based on your educational levels or where you are back then. That is a form of profile, correct? So should we call that not only racial profiling, but that is educational profiling as well? Because that you are definitely killing the self-esteem of a young person by putting them in a situation to make them think they can't even think or to get an education anyway, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay, so things like racial profiling, so I know some people try to think that racial profiling can be a boost of confidence, but sometimes it can't. But I had to listen on it. It seems you guys all sit down, and we was all black. And she's like, you guys won't sit down, but when I go up to Caucasian schools, they sit down and do all their work and come in the classroom quiet and do their work, and that was very acceptable.
Okay, so what about education profile? Because some of the tests, do you think that some of the tests are also standardized and set again?
Well, I agree. I would like to call my school a TWI, predominantly white institution, because there's more white people than there is black, African American, and other races. And I feel like we are profiled educationally because I take AP classes, and now today I just got a letter saying that I was accepted into the University of Alabama's early college program, which I was told by my counselor that they don't offer, even though one of my friends that is Caucasian takes it through our school. But I went on my own, did my own research, and found that I could do it, and I'm accepted, and I will be taking classes this coming up August. And I feel like our teachers kind of try to put us a step back just so that they try to set us back because they don't want us to achieve more, because we are smart. We learn. We pick up really quickly. And I feel like people just try to put all those barriers in front of us because they don't want to see us succeeding. Especially because in my class, there's only either one other black person or 2 other black people, and that's including myself. And they're like, oh, you take AP classes? Yes, I take AP classes. And yes, I'm in the honor roll every single quarter. And they're surprised to see me.
But I don't think they should be surprised. And then they want to say, oh, well, you have to do your homework. Are you telling everybody else to do their homework? Because I ain't doing my own homework. I'm pulling my slack, and they feel that we're going to slack off and we're not going to do the work and stuff like that. And they try to make it seem like we're lazy, but we're not. They don't notice that the Caucasian kids aren't doing the work, that they're going out and doing all the parties. They think that it's just the black folks party and all that stuff. No, we actually go home, we actually study, we actually do the work. And they, especially on tests, they feel that when we take a test, they're like, don't cheat. Oh, I don't have to cheat. You can actually look over at Sally or Emily, and she's looking at my paper, you know? Yeah. So I feel like they are trying to profile us in the educational system, and they try to make it harder for us to get in programs, especially like for you with the early college program. I feel like they're trying to, set us back from being in those top programs to get. Well, I like to say, because I believe got into a school where you can graduate high school with an associate's diploma, because they want kids to come out of high school with some type of help, to push them out, especially first-generation students whose parents weren't in college, who never had, that type of background. And I feel like they don't want us to have that push, that force to help us go further in life.
Wow. That's serious. So, and that's something because. How old are you?
I'm 15.
So here I am at 49 years old, and this has been going on for a very long time. Very long time. And it's something because I didn't care back then. I'm just going to be honest. I just wanted to do my work and get out of school. So let's be honest about that. But now it's good that you all are paying attention to that. And you're doing things to better yourselves and taking that extra initiative. So, keep up the good work. So let's move on with that. Profiling. Something you want to say about that?
Oh yeah, like she was when she was talking about. Well, I want to say that not only Caucasian folk profile us, we profile each other, and I know that's kind of weird to think about. But if you do think about it, you realize that sometimes we do judge each other. And I personally had a substitute that was black, and she would look at all the black folks and say, look at all these black folks in here. And she would call us all kinds of names, all kinds of just stuff that us children can't say. And back then at my church, my grandmother used to attend our church, and people used to talk about her because of the college job she had. She had a doctorate degree in music appreciation. And people would say, oh, you think you are white. But if you look at her hand, how do I think that I'm white just because I have a bad background or just because I have what I have? And I just think that we should all just stop altogether. Profiling, you can't do that because you don't know what the other person. You don't know how the other person is, basically. What I'm saying is technical difficulties, but to get to the chase. No one should profile anyone because we are all equal people.
I would like to go back to profiling in the community. We actually profile people that's on the streets and they look homeless, but actually they're actually veterans that serve, that actually they gave their life just to serve us and protect us. And we're saying, ew, look at that, ew, what is that? They were fighting for you and themselves, and then it hurts me that the government won't actually take care of them actually when they come after the service. And when they come out of the service, some of them don't have places to go, they don't have families to get to or friends, and the government won't even say, hey, let me just give you a free apartment or just give you some money to take care of yourself. But we profile them because they look a certain way and they have cardboard signs with markings on it saying, just give me something to eat.
Give me some meat.
And like, I heard somebody say, she said they think black kids just go and party, but really we go home and do our work and stuff. Back then, what you don't know is that we learned because our people had to work for white people back then, so we know how to do a lot of stuff, and they don't give us all the praise and all our credit that we need to get. And when they was talking about like profiling, that white people, you can profile a white person too, not just white people profile black people. And I just think it needs to stop, because you will look at a white person and be like, oh, that white person has everything they need and everything in their life that they would hope for.
Okay, see, here's something. You made a statement about the profiling, but as if we are a nobody or a nothing, right? We can't do anything. We can't accomplish anything. But I need to correct something on that issue right there. We built this country. Okay? We built this country. Black people. Blood, sweat, and tears. Death, dead folks. You understand? Were murdered to build this country. We carried this country, right? Okay. And here's the unfortunate side to that statement. We still carry this country today. Why do I say that? Because we spend the most money in this country. We do. There's approximately maybe about a $20 trillion deficit. We pay half of that every year because we want to go out and get the brand new Jordans. We all want to wear polo. Listen, mine was cheap, so just because I got it on, don't talk about me. You know, we want to wear polo. I don't stand in line all night to try to wake up in the morning to go get no Jordans. Understand what I'm saying? Like I said, I drive a dune buggy, so it ain't important for me to go and spend all no money on no car. As long as it give me the A, B, C, and sometimes D, I'm all right. So what I'm saying is that profiling has been there a while. It's going to be there a while. And even in our own society, in our own community, we still have issues going on with profiling. We could talk about this all night because profiling had everything to do with slavery. Profiling had everything to do with black slavery, white slavery, Jewish slavery, whatever type of slavery it is. There's always been profiling. Profiling goes on right now in the streets of Mobile, Pritchett, Alabama, wherever you're talking about, and see if we can, if we got that going on right here. We got profiling everywhere, all around us. So how do we stop the profiling? The best thing is it starts with us. It starts with each individual in here. You want to see a change? You want to see a difference? It starts with you. You can't look to the next person and say, well, he didn't do it. That means that you're not a leader. You're definitely a follower. So if you're choosing to be a follower, you're not going to be hanging out with a lot of us because I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. I grew up being a leader. So I wasn't the best leader growing up. You know, I led my partners in some dark alleys too. However, we have an obligation to each other. I have an obligation to you. You have an obligation to me. Because I will say this to all of you in this room right here, you young people. You are my future.
I depend on you for my future. Because when I'm old and sitting at home retired, I got to make sure that you are capable and able of taking care of the things that I need taken care of for me to survive. You're going to be the future leaders. So we have to train you now. The scripture says, train up a child in the way he should go, when he's older will not depart from it. And until we get to a point where all of us are helping to educate and to train you, we will all continue to suffer. As bad as that sounds, if we don't come together as a race of people, we will all continue to suffer. It don't matter who profiles against us. If we ain't helping ourselves, can't nobody else do nothing for us. We on the same page with that? Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm through with the profiling. I'm done with that topic. Because one thing about profiling, slavery was profiling. You know what I'm saying? You know, and no, slavery is not over. Slavery may not look the way that it used to look back in the day. You ain't out in the field picking cotton, but trust and believe, we still got some mental slavery going on in this country and in this world, and we have to do better. All right. So we're gonna move to the next topic. Oh boy, y'all ready for this one? Drugs. Who topic was that? So why do you want to talk about drugs? You the youngest one in the room.
I wanted to talk about drugs because today we see a lot of people doing it and puffing and doing all other stuff on the internet and everything, and it's bad. People think it's cool now because other people do it, but really, what they don't know that they have a bad future ahead when they smoke, because they can have any kind of lung cancer. They can, and I think God let them through because they're still living today, and because they know they're smoking, but God helped them through because they're still living.
To add on what you said about the puffing and smoking, they're doing commercials to make it look cooler and saying that if you do this, you might get that, and if you smoke, you might get a girl or something. And it's not. When you smoke, you're making your lungs weaker, and the tar that's in the cigarette is actually sticking to your lungs so that you can't really breathe. And with this new technology thing called a vapor, they're saying that it's no tobacco in it, but it actually has the same stuff as a cigarette does, but it's a liquid, and it's just making it look cooler and safer. And then they have flavors to it, so it won't taste that nasty, tarry taste. It's tasting like cotton candy or bubble gum, and it's really drawing the younger people to it just because of the taste.
So what I wanted to say is that I've seen a lot of videos on the internet and stuff of people, like, I don't know if it's real or not, but them basically just trying to be like, basically kind of what everyone else said. The reason why this is going on is because people are just most people are just trying to be cool, like they're trying to look like they smoke, so someone would think they're cool, and because Chrissy saw a video earlier, and a girl was using her asthma pump and acting like she was smoking, and it was like, that's not cool.
So I'm gonna sum up everything about drugs for you right now, okay? I'm gonna sum it all up for you real quick. We got about 30 more minutes before we got to sign up. But let me sum up the drugs for you. Say no to drugs. Absolutely no to drugs. Okay? Say no to drugs. If you got to do drugs to be down with somebody, for number one, that ain't your friend. For number two, drugs kill. Say no to drugs. Say no to alcohol. Alcohol is a form of a drug. Cigarettes is a form of a drug. There are drugs in cigarettes. There are drugs in cigars. You heard how I said them? cigars. Okay? You see a lot of people going in buying cigarillos. What you think they finna do with them? They about to go and cut them open and put that stuff in that is no good for you. And we have a problem with it. And oh, yes, indeed. Here's the biggest. Wow. The medical drugs. Opioids. Listen, let me tell you something. I see more people getting hooked on pain pills than anything. Lortabs, Vicodins, Percocets. Pop them like it ain't nothing but candy. But here's another one. Y'all remember the song, Riding Around Sipping on Scissor? Y'all remember that? You know what the syrup was, right? It was nothing but codeine that's in cough medicine. And it was pure, uncut codeine. And they will always go in and buy those flavored Fanta drinks, get some ice, pour the codeine in, and pour the Fanta drink on top of it, and they call themselves sipping. And you'll know when they're doing it because you see it with 2 styrofoam cups. You ever seen that? When they got a styrofoam cup and then they put it inside of a styrofoam cup, he's drinking drugs. Why do he use 2 cups? Because number one, it balances off, it keeps it cool. Oh, yes, yes. Ram Keenan said only sell snacks from people. Folks will lace your food, your candy. Listen, they got drug candy now. When I was in on such thing as drug candy, they trying to kill y'all. Can I just say it like that? Depopulation. You ever heard of that? Anybody ever heard of depopulation? Depopulation means that we are trying to depopulate as many of you as possible. What does that mean? I'm going to kill you off. If you look at listen, the food you buy in the store, the water some of the water that we're drinking, some of these waters you have to be very careful because it has lead in it. Lead destroys your intestines, your insides. Some of your food is full of whatever. You ever wonder why folks tell you don't eat a lot of pork? You know? Listen, the story of pork comes from when Jesus told Legion and his imps to get out. He pulled them out and made them jump in the pigs. Y'all know that story? And the pigs, when they jumped off the cliff, the pigs committed suicide. That's why. Yeah. So, listen. This ain't no drugs. Can we all agree to that? Can we say no to drugs? Listen, don't even want to try it. It's not worth your time. Because your one-time try will be your last time and your first time dying. And your last time dying. Because it can happen just that way. Can lead you to be addicted. So leave the drugs and the dope alone. You know what I'm saying? That we don't even have to go into no deep conversation because I think that we all got a story that we can tell about somebody that you see do drugs, doing something. So the best thing to do is to just pray for those people, keep them lifted in prayer, you know what I'm saying, and keep it moving. Leave the dope, the drugs, the alcohol alone. You know, you at a good age now that you don't have to do that. Y'all are intelligent. You're sitting here. You are very, very active, so that means your brain is working very good. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. I'm just giving you some friendly advice. So, we're jumping through these topics. Here's the topic everybody's waiting on. How music has affected our lives. Everybody's going to say something about this right here because I know that music has affected everybody's life in this room, me included. And I'm going to be the one that starts off. 1986. No. Listen. 1986, I graduated high school. I was working in radio. The very first rap song that we played on 93 BLX, back in the day, it was just WBLX, the beat of the bay. The very first rap song we played, you ain't going to even believe what it was. And it was 12 midnight when I played it. It was DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince. Parents just don't understand. That was the first rap song
that was played on the radio station in Mobile. Now, I'm not going to say on GOK. Mad in the Morning Time was playing rap, period. You know, Grandmaster Flash, Sugar Hill Gang. Y'all don't know about them. They was before your time. Your mama and parents and daddy may know about it. You may have heard it. But listen, this is when it affected me. In 1996, there was a group that came on the scene. I was listening to Too Short. I was listening to all of them. But when this particular group came on the scene, I was affected. It was NWA. Everybody know about that, right? 86. 86. That was the right first time. Yeah, I graduated. 86. Over 30 years ago, NWA hit the scene. The most popular rap album in the whole country. Not even just this country. I'm going to go back and say the world, because every young person was hooked on NWA. Why? Because for number one, we were gangster. That was the song. The next song that came out was F the Police. Why do I say that to you and say it so bluntly? Because Straight Outta Compton movie just hit the theaters last summer, and you all saw it. Am I telling the truth? Did anybody in the room see Straight Outta Compton? No. Okay. Good. You ain't missed nothing. But what I'm saying is that I was riding around this city, because I was living in it, singing that song, blasted like I didn't care. Thought I was a gangster. I didn't care. I had guns, knives, and my partners. And we played them songs to the highest hill because I thought I was untouchable, and I thought could nobody bother me because I was a gangster then, because that's the mentality that I had, because what I was constantly listening to in my car. I kept it on. So it affected my life. Yes, it did. It made me angry. It made me bitter. It made me dislike white people. It made me dislike a lot of people. It made me know that you will never disrespect me again because you ain't nobody to me to disrespect me. So, yes, it affected me. I thank God right now that he changed my life, that type of stuff don't affect me anymore. Because today, I play gospel music on WGOK. So if it wasn't for that change that took place in my life before I came back home, I probably would be dead, in prison, strung out on drugs, because I've been down all those dark roads. How can I tell you that? A lot of us adults don't tell you our testimony and tell you what we've been through and where we are today. Because if you look at me today, you can't sit up and tell me that I used to be an alcoholic. I used to be a drug addict. I used to be a womanizer. I used to do all those things. I used to tow guns, knives, sell dope. I did all that. All that. A lot of adults don't want to tell you that. But I want you to look at me. I want you to see me and look at that over the door. Only by his amazing grace that I'm able to sit here and tell you my testimony. Because he brought me out of that dark wilderness. He made me a better person. He made me a better man. He made me trust and believe in him. So does it affect you? Yes, it does. Music can kill you. It has killed a lot of people. You got to put your hands up. Everybody's going to get a chance to say this. And I'm going to count you down because I took too much time, but we need to get everybody a chance. And I'm going to start with you.
To start off how it affects us, some of the songs are telling us how to live our lives and how to dress and how to look and what to do. But when you listen to gospel, it's saying that when you praise God, he will give you a blessing and he will bring you out of things and he can help you. But with hip-hop, they're saying that, I need an example. They're saying that drugs is like cool, hip, and you can have all these kind of things if you do this. And then to go back to gospel when they say God can bring you out a blessing, you can do this and God will do that. Music really affects you with a lot of things.
That's good.
For me, a positive effect that music had on me. I grew up in a two-parent home. My family, we didn't really grow up with a lot of hardships, you know. My dad was in the military, so we traveled a lot. We got to stay in very nice places. And so music kind of woke me up to the situations in America because I didn't really experience that much of the police coming at me and driving down the street and looking at me like, what are you doing? You're a bad person, you know, because I was living in nice neighborhoods and stuff like that. But when I listened to the different music by, you know, people like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and even NWA, I was just like, what? And then the whole profiling of police officers and killing our black men in the streets, it kind of woke me up, and I was listening to the music, and I'm just like, really? And that's what got me out there trying to, you know, make a difference in our community, hold us up, you know, help other people out, especially like in our community, you know, telling them like, hey, don't do that, you know what they're going to say about us, you know that they're going to say something of you if you do that. So that's how it helped me.
Okay, for me, I can give you an example. During school time, my mom, we're very strong believers in God. And every morning that I pull up, that we go to school, we arrive, and when I open up the door, all you can hear is gospel music, and it's loud. And some of my friends will ask me, why are you always listening to gospel music? Why are you always like this? Why do you always? And I say, because I'm grateful, and also because if you're listening to something that says blank the cops or do drugs, that's going to affect you throughout your day. And I've noticed that when I listen to gospel music, like I have a better day at school. I'm not ready to curse out the teacher or tell or be mean to somebody. I've learned that it affects me, and that listening to gospel music, that helps me. And I'm thankful that my mom, that she has instilled in me a strong faith in God, because if she didn't, then I would be one of the people who are always in fights or always trying to bully somebody. So that's my...
Basically, music, for me, music actually, going off what she said, it kind of woke me up, and it kind of got me started. I kind of started paying attention to everything that was going on around me or whatever. When I was in like middle school and elementary school, all I used to listen to was straight gangster music, gangster rap music and stuff like that, like Lil Boosie, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne. In middle school, one of my favorite rappers was Gucci Mane, and like all they used to talk about was just straight trapping all the time. But then when I got to high school and I got around the different surroundings, I started listening to other rappers like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. They two of my favorite rappers right now. They actually got a positive message. It's like they giving you both sides of the story or whatever. It's like rappers like Gucci Mane or whatever. They just telling you like the end result of it. Yeah, you're gonna get the girl, you're gonna have the money, the cars, and all this stuff. But they're not telling you they're not telling you the consequences and stuff. J. Cole and Kendrick, they one of them rappers. They gonna give you both sides. They one of them folks that's gonna give you both sides of it. And then the fact that they rappers that ain't never did nothing like that, they just telling you like what they friends had to go through, giving you the story, basically what their friends had to go through, and telling you what the consequences that they had. Actually, J. Cole, he's one of them rappers that actually went to college, graduated, and he's one of the best rappers alive right now. And people know him for like for being positive and just having a positive message all the time. Kendrick Lamar, he's one of those rappers. He grew up around all that, but he was one of them folks that didn't get into it. He was always, like, one of his songs was called The Art of Peer Pressure or whatever, and that's basically about him and his friends breaking into a house or whatever. Him and his friends broke into a house or whatever, and, like, the whole time his mom calling him, asking him what he doing and stuff, and he just, like, he basically said in the song, when he get around his friends, he turns to a whole different person. But when he around his family, he's just cool. He's just a cool person. And then as far as, like, how drugs influence people now, yeah, they do influence people a lot, because
remember the conversation we had was like back then, back in the 90s and stuff. That's considered like the golden era of hip hop. Basically, they was preaching about. Yeah, I sold drugs and stuff, but you know what I'm saying. But I made it or whatever. They was always preaching the consequences, you know what I'm saying, the ins and outs of it. But then you come to like music like today, it's like they're preaching about drug use as in they trying to get folks to do drugs now instead of just, you know, not selling it. Basically they're turning their listeners into drug addicts. And like if you go on social media today, you look at it, you get on Snapchat, folks always, you know what I'm saying, they always playing trap music in the background, like what's the song that's popular right now, the Future song, Mask Off. How the chorus go? Exactly. So that's like the main. That's like if you think about it, those are like the main drugs that are being used right now, and those are actually be found on the streets right now, and you can actually go to a pharmacy and actually purchase those same drugs. But basically, what I'm getting at is like pay attention to like what music you listening to. Like the thing that messes people up, they're always paying attention to the beat and stuff, and they're not actually always listening to the message. Like J. Cole had a song called Neighbors. Everybody loves Neighbors, but folks don't really understand what's actually going on with that song. And the song Neighbors, he's basically talking about how one of his neighbors actually profiled him. Basically, he had folks going in and out of his house because he's a rapper and he records and stuff. But his neighbors or whatever, they think he sells drugs when he really don't. So they basically called the police. The SWAT team basically broke in his house or whatever and kicked in his door, raided his house, and he wasn't even doing that. And they basically profiled him the whole time. And then another thing, as far as like rappers like having like a gospel message or whatever, you got Christian hip hop too, but you also got rappers like Kendrick Lamar that's also preaching. Chance the Rapper too. That's real possible. That's real positive and is preaching about God. And like Kendrick Lamar's last album was basically, and this is what I like about Kendrick. He was real vulnerable on his last CD where he was just basically talking about his ups and downs, talking about, you know what I'm saying, all just fear. Like God. Kendrick's one of them people. He always talks about God no matter what. And like my favorite song of the CD is called Fear. Fear. He's basically talking about his fear from like age 17, and like 27. When at the age of 7, his fear was like his mom or whatever, like, you know, disciplining him. He do something bad, she would, you know, give him a whooping or whatever. Go to the age of 17, his fear was like, you know, just random stuff like walking down the street, thought somebody might shoot him or something. Going to, you know, he said he smoked weed back then. Going to somebody's house and going to buy something and he get shot. Or even back then, he was like, what he said, something about getting basically like the police or whatever, getting racially profiled and just getting beaten to death or whatever, something like that. And then you go to age 27, which is he's 29 right now, but he was talking like his perspective from like 2 years ago, basically saying like he's one of the biggest rappers right now, and like he thanks God for that. But at the same time, he's scared that I think he connected himself like to Job or whatever, saying that I got all this stuff right now, but I'm scared that, you know, I'm trying to be humble with my life, but at the same time, I'm still scared that God gonna take all this away from me. I don't know. It's a lot of people out there that there's rappers out there that's speaking a positive message. You just gotta be careful about what you're listening to.
Okay, so I'm young. I haven't been through a lot, but one thing that changed my life, it was actually today, recently. Today I wake up every morning to a gospel song. Today I was just listening to a gospel song, and it was weird because I started breaking down and I was crying because I knew, like, all these sins I have been through and and other people have sinned a lot. And, like, so, like, you notice when you go to YouTube, like, you see, like, if you listen to gospel music, versus all this trap music has, like, trap music have likes, and then gospel music can have, like, 16 likes, and think that was a problem, and like killing in Mobile. And so me and my friend was talking about killing. She was like, I want to move from Mobile because it's all this killing back to Texas. But I told her, like, it's other killing in the world. It's just not Mobile.
I was just thinking about how she said that she started to break down over a song that she listened to. And thank goodness we all talked about this today, because I attended a camp last week, and they told us that if you're listening to a song that's making you think something that you shouldn't be thinking, you already know that it's wrong, because we all know what's right from wrong. And if we're listening to something that's making us think otherwise than that, we shouldn't be listening to it. And there is this one song that I have listened to and just kept listening to over and over again, and I found the meaning. And then my connection with God grew stronger. And I'm saying, I'm sure that none of us in this room would know what songs were that we were all listening to music, what we were listening to if we did not listen to it before, if we did not ride around bumping the music before. Because I know all of us have listened to that kind of music. You can't say that you didn't listen to the music. One trap song in your life. Exactly.
So I kind of can relate to, I don't know his name, but him. I can kind of relate to him because there's this one song that woke me up many years ago. But it was a J. Cole song called Cricket Smile. And we had, one time I went to a church, and the preacher, he actually preached about this song, and he used the song, and it just woke me up, and it just taught me how, like, I just need to be myself, and how I just need to wear my crooked smile, and just not, like, try to be perfect, try to change myself, and try to be perfect and be who I'm not. I want to talk about Bible stories.
There was only one time music actually changed me. I was listening to the song Amazing Grace, and it said, I once was lost. When I heard that part, I realized how lost I really was, because my mom used to work a lot, and I would barely see her, and my dad wasn't always with me when raising me, so it was just my grandmama. So I kept listening, hoping I could find myself. But then I went to church, and that's when I figured out that we were all pretty much suffering like I did. So I just kept listening to it, hoping I would find the answer. But when I came to church and met all my friends to sing all those gospel songs, it helped me realize that I wasn't really lost.
I would listen to trap music because he plays it in the house when he's playing stuff. So this is even music to me, listening to gospel with my mama and trap music with my brother. So this was the first part we did. We were talking about how Negroes make no sense when they talk. They have their own language. And there's one song that really just made me feel like they were really stupid. And part of the song they said they were picking up W. I don't get how you do that.
you will say it if you keep listening. It's no doubt about it. Even like if you start out listening to it, and then if the team graduated, you still don't remember when you listen to it. You don't start doing it. It will after you.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Cause we do that. Even if they flip it, then we do this. Go ahead, young man.
I don't really have anything that I can say. But I have. There was always a time when music, Filipino, and a lot of us came to sitting down. Like there's always this one phrase that's sticking to me, which is study hard and help yourself. One of my favorite, study hard there. Awesome.
Well, I guess I'll tie the bridge in. Proverbs 4:23 means guard your heart, or this will determine the course of your life. So, what we have, the mind is a system. Your body is a system. Your heart is a system. What goes in has to come out. So, basically, the things you say, the things you do, you just have to guard it. Guard everything you hear. Guard everything you hear. Because it's going to come back. And that's all I got to say on it.
You're absolutely correct. It's going to come back. Whatever is in a man's heart, so he speaketh. So hold on. Were you going to say something about music? Oh, I thought you was going to do your Bible story before we started. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I don't feel that much about music, but I know my dad had his life changed by the sugar pop. The same man that invented the boom. He said he wanted to be him.
Yeah.
Yes, when he saw him do that moonwalk, he was blown. Like, like the cartoons when they jog, go all the way down. I talk about like that.
Yeah. Okay, so we want to tell us your Bible story so we can close out. We're going to close out with your Bible story.
Well, I really like the Bible story when Jesus died on the cross. It was really sad, but really good too, because if Jesus never died on the cross, we would have been dead or, still slaves, and we wouldn't even be here today. And just like in the Bible said, when Jesus said, pick up the cross and follow me.
Yeah, you there?
You through with that Bible story? Come on. Man, you good? Man, okay. All hearts and minds are clear. Is everybody pleased with today? Everybody pleased with today? Now, you're giving yourself a round of applause. That's what you're doing that for, because you did an awesome job tonight. So now that you did yourself a round of applause, you know what I want you to do? I want you to give God a round of applause for allowing us to do this. Because you know what? One thing that I would honestly say is that I am very pleased. I am very much impressed with you young people, because this room is full of young entrepreneurs, doctors, engineers, who's going to be the next president of some business of this country. Or, it's just so much that y'all have said that you wanted to do with your life. One thing that I want to say to you, though, is just don't sit on that. Continue to strive towards your goals. Move towards your goals every day. Educate yourself every day. Study something new every day. Don't let anyone tell you who you are opposite of who you know that you are. Don't let nobody tell you who you are without you even knowing whose you are.
lot of anointing in this room right now that can go out into this world and change lives. Because, see, one thing that you got to remember is Christ was one man who changed the whole world. The whole world. So I encourage you tonight to go out and make disciples of all nations, of all people. Go out and share your testimony of what you've been through, because you have shown us adults something tonight. You have shown us something. We just gave you the platform to shine. Because guess what? You're not saying to shine. That's not a boastful thing to say to you. That's not saying that you have this big ego. That's what Christ say that you are. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are the light to our future. We can't be your age anymore. We've been your age. We want to see you get to our age. There are a lot of your peers that didn't get to your age. There are some of your peers that didn't get to their age or their age, because the number for young black males was 18. You are not going to live to be 18. I was told that plenty of times. Guess what? I'm 49 years old. I'm a long way from 18. So guess what? You get to live past that stage too, as long as you keep God first in everything that you're doing. Everything that you're doing. Listen, God's word say this, and this is what I'm going to end on with. God says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness, and all else will be added unto you. So you can have whatever your heart's desire as long as you keep God first. Keep God first. And you know what? Pray about everything, y'all. Everything in your life. Stop thinking about everything and start praying about everything, because you don't have an answer anyway. God is going to give you the answer for the situation that is in front of you. I can't even give you the answer without consulting with God first. We understand each other? Everybody is good? Everybody had a good time? Everybody ready to eat? We going to get out of here in a minute, and we going to all go eat. We got food to feed you, too. All right? So, Reverend Kennedy, can you pray us out? We got approximately 60 seconds to get out of here. Pray us out here.
We thank you, oh God, for the words that they have been expounded on, the thoughts that have come out of each of our kings and queens now, our prince and princess now. Oh God, we are more than conquerors. We are more than victorious. We are the apple of your eye. So God, I pray that as we leave this place, we are not dismissed from your presence. And we ask that you bless the food in which we are about to use for the nourishment of our bodies. And we pray, God, that as we leave this place, that you will give us traveling grace, so that when we get to our destination, we'll find that all is well. We love you, we edify you, and we adore you. In Jesus' name, and in Christ, I just pray. Amen.
Amen. And we encourage everyone out there in the listening audience to tune in and listen to us next week. And thanks for turning us on. You're listening to Breaking Chains with Young Adults Talk with the RottenApples. Good night, and God bless you.